What's up, y'all? This is Scapegoat Dad. Happy Monday. Today's June 20th, 2022, a day after Father's Day. I hope all the Scapegoat Dad have an amazing Father's Day. I hope y'all did something good for yourself. I hope you take yourself out to eat one of the maybe one of your favorite steakhouse in your town. You know, I hope you treat yourself with something anyway. You know, you cannot let Father's Day pass without doing something good for yourself. Because you know, when you're with the narc never does anything for you. Even if you get a gift, probably you get it maybe 2-3 weeks later after Father's Day, and it won't even be a gift that properly bought from the store and wrapped nicely and presented to you. So I hope you had a great Father's Day. I hope you did something good for yourself. So I'm sure, you know, by now you guys should know my background and this topic. You know, I've lived with a covert narcissist for 16 years, and I have 3 kids from the covert narc, and I've been on full no contact with over 6 years now, and that's the best thing you could do for yourself. Scapegoat Dad, if you really want to heal. Scapegoat Child, you go full no contact with the abuser or with Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? So today I just want to share my own personal story about gang stalking. Okay, like I say in my previous videos, I'm not gonna go deep into the spectrum of the personality disorder of narcissist. I'm just gonna share my own personal experience that I dealt with while I was with the narc, without adding anything extra. Because you know why? That's a lot easier for me to do than going into a field where I'm not qualified. You know what I'm saying? So I'm only speaking from experience. You know, I'm a narcotic survivor of 39 years, including childhood. I was a scapegoat child. I'm a scapegoat dad now. And I have 3 sons from the narc. Their age is about to be 19, 17, and 15. 3 beautiful boys. I've been alienated from them over 3 years now. Completely no contact. So let me share with you guys the covert narcissist and gang stalking, okay? So after I left the narc, you know, after I've been out of home, you know, homelessness is one of the experiences you go through when you run away from Pharaoh. So after, you know, not having a home for 17 months while paying child support, after they you know, decide to pay child support with the back child support until the case was start and finish. While I was doing that, I was able to drive Uber full-time and then work a full-time job. And then in 17 months, I managed to purchase my first home. And I became the first homeowner in America, and my family and the narc's family. And that causes a huge narcissistic injury on both sides of the family. I never knew my side also would be jealous. And the gang stalking did not start until the narc find out that I did that, until I bought a home, until I invite the kids to come inside that house, which I was fully furnished with 3 kids' bed. And I never told anyone until I completely finish, everything. Because when you do something, you can't let the narcissist know, because she will sabotage that for you. There's no way that after you leave a narcissist and you are a scapegoat child, and they will allow you to become successful. That is against the narc rule. And I did that. I was a scapegoat, and I outshined both my mom and the narc. That causes huge narcissistic injury. That causes me my father's life. So once she find out what I live, once she find out I have a home now, an address, the kids will come every weekend, hang out once in a while. Even though that golden child was stalking the scapegoat while they're under the same roof, no matter how many times I told the golden, you can't do that, that golden child will get on your nerve. He'll never listen, y'all. But, they will still be able to come and, enjoy my home a little bit. But I also make a mistake inviting someone that the narc and her family got into in the fight in the past at my home, and exposing the narc. That causes the entire narc family to rage, and once she find out where I live, y'all, that's when the stalking start, So at the beginning of stage, I was harassed by extreme phone call for 2.5 years. 2.5 years extreme phone call. I've been blocking numbers for 2.5 years. My phone, I got 2 phones. None of this phone rings anymore. I might have blocked even the one maybe not a narc, But right now I have completely new phone numbers, 2 complete different providers, 2 different phones, just because of the cyber stalking I experienced last year around this time. So I'm going to share that with you real quick, guys. So once she find out where I live, she's got like army of men that under her control, Jezebel, just like Jezebel does. And this man will come to my home. I used to have a small patio, and I have 2 chairs in the patio outside. And then all of a sudden they'll move the chairs out of the patio and placed it on the grass. And then every time when I come from work at night, I'll find it there. And I know it's them. I know it's the narc. The narc doesn't drive, so she never showed up herself. She just sent her armies, So I'll put the chairs back in place, and then the next day the same thing. They wait a week and 2 weeks, and then they do it again. And then I was driving Uber, and sometimes I come home like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. They'll sit there and wait for me in the parking lot, and as soon as I pull in, they just start the engine and leave the parking lot just to let me know they were there. They never say anything to me. They never spoke to me in words. And then on weekend when I'm in my house, just doing my own thing, they will park their car and sit in front of my home and never leave. That makes me completely uncomfortable, And then the stalking becomes so extreme, and I'm highly sensitive, due to my childhood trauma and abuse. So I felt uncomfortable to live in that home anymore. And I felt the jealousy, and I felt the extreme pathological jealousy from this narc, that just because I become a homeowner and I outshine them, and I'm supposed to be scapegoat. So I'm not supposed to outshine this fake so-called godly witches. You dig what I'm saying? But I did that. So I sold the home. I sold the home, and I moved out. I started sleeping in friends' house again because the gang stalking was so extreme. I felt uncomfortable to come my home. And then when the narc find out that the house was sold, now she sent these flying monkeys on my job. You know what I'm saying? Now every time I get off from work, there'll be at least 2 cars. I work at the local high school, so there'll be like 2 cars parked, one in the front by the main entrance, one in the back. And then I get off from work like around midnight, and the area that where I work is mostly very quiet, and it's surrounded by all these wealthy, expensive houses, which everyone have their own garage. No cars park in the street in that neighborhood, and nobody sits in their car outside at that time in that neighborhood. It's a very, very high-class neighborhood. And then when I come off from work, they'll just start the engine, turn the lights on, and leave. They've done that many times, but because I've been watching all these YouTube videos for thousands of hours, I was able to know it was them. And even though I know, but there was still something in me, that makes me fearful, because, what kind of man will come and sit on your job, in the dark and wait for you? That's extremely psychopathic, diabolical things to do. I don't know if she paid this man, what I'm saying, and money. I don't know if she reward him and other things. I'm not sure. But all I know is she does associate herself with a lot of criminal men, because she been living a double life. So the other life, I don't know who she been hanging out with behind my back for the entire 16 years. You know what I'm saying? And the narc rage because I choose to live my own life. And then sometimes they will come while I'm inside working. When I come out, I'll find one of my rear view mirror folded. I know it's them because I lived in Chicago for years, y'all. I don't join any group, any gang. I'm a hard worker, y'all. I just like to live life, and I never got into any fight and argument with anybody. Nobody even know my name. My name is not that easy to pronounce anyway, or to remember, so I know what's them, I'll find it, and I'll open it up, get in my car, drive again. And then another time, I don't know how they get in my car, not this car, y'all. I used to have a RAV4, Toyota RAV4 before this. I don't know how they get inside be able to open the car, y'all. I'll find things inside the trunk where you keep your spare tires. I know that whatever they left there, it doesn't belong to me, And the funny thing is, I kept some stuff in my car. They never touched that. I guess it was their way of like trying to scare me, like, hey, we see you, come back, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, Nebuchadnezzar, please, you know what I'm saying? So they will place some things inside the trunk when I opened it, and I'm like, okay, it's them. I'll throw it away, continue to live my life, and then last year I took a vacation to New York City, so I parked my car in the street. Literally like a neighborhood that I don't even live. I parked it there on the street and went on my vacation, and when I come back, the same thing. I found my rear view mirror folded. As soon as I see it from the distance, I know it was them. You know what I'm saying? So 3 times they did that to me. But the third time I found my car rear view mirror folded, it was again the same thing around this time. Next month is July, is my birthday, I was born in July 15th, so being my birthday, I was trying to spoil myself a little bit, so I say, what, I'm gonna go downtown, eat some dinner, and then I'm gonna make a reservations and stay at the hotel for my birthday. And the hotel was outside of the city, Nobody knows. I never told anybody where I was gonna stay. I make the reservation. The reservation was through my own email, right? So the nights of my birthday, I went to the hotel. I know I slept, all by myself. I'm still single. So the next morning when I come up from the hotel, I found my review mirror folded again. That got me scared right there, y'all. Because nobody knew that I was gonna stay in that hotel. Nobody knew. So how would they be able to find out that I'm way out of the city, staying in the hotel, and they have the time to drive where I'm at, come in the middle of the night while I was asleep, and fold my rearview mirror? So I figure either they were cyber stalking me and they will be able to clone my email and maybe read the reservation and find out what I was staying at. Even though I booked for 2 nights, y'all, once I find out they did that the next night, I didn't even stay back. I didn't even went back to that hotel. I didn't stay in the same hotel for my next night. Because I was shocked. I'm like, how? So that's when I realized, that I must have been cyber stalked also. So I changed my phone number. I bought 2 phones. I changed my emails. I got 2 different providers, 2 kind of phones, iPhones and Pixel. Even though nobody's calling me, y'all, I have no social media, anything like that yet. At this time, I don't have it yet. I'm just recording this for future. But I still change it because, I'm like, if somebody can know where I'm at. I've checked under my car for any kind of tracking device. I can't find nothing, y'all. So this narc must have hired a professional spy person, an investigator, to follow me around. Just because I refuse to have any contact with this narc, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So the gang stalking was extreme, and then another time recently, it could be about 6 months ago, while I was at work, I don't know how they will be able to get under my hood and cut the engine belt in my Toyota RAV4. And I didn't find out right away, I was driving Lyft at this time. I was deactivated from Uber. So as I, drive around with the passenger in my car, all the lights, all the check engine lights came on. I said, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden I start smelling some antifreeze and stuff like that. So after I drop the person, I turn off my apps and I open the hood. Here we go. Like, antifreeze is splashed all over the hoods and everything. And then I looked down deep, the belt was cut. And the reason that she had this flying monkeys come and do that because I caused another narcissistic injury by exposing the narc to one of her so-called friend. I ripped that mask off, and then I got a repair. I replaced the belt. For some reason, that same day, after I left the mechanic shop, I turned on my Lyft apps again. I start driving and I accept the passenger. And then while the passengers was in my car, I was taking them to their destination. Some drunk driver just came and rear-ended us so hard, y'all. That same day. Think about that dark energy that follows you around once narc is around your property or around your car. I got rear-ended. And so my trunk from my RAV4 was all the way in. The impact was so hard. The lady that was sitting in the back seat, her wig flew, her phone flew in the back, but she was not injured. I was okay also. But that's how hard the guy hit us, and we were just on complete stop at the red light. So until they ordered the trunk, I was still driving it damaged, and those flying monkeys must have come and see the damage, and they must have been scared or shocked that, they went that far. Since then, I've never been stalked again. They never ever come around again. They left me alone, y'all. Because they figure, man, they went too far when they see that damage. I could have been on Lakeshore Drive, right here in South City. So when the flying monkeys came and see that damage and went and told the narc, she probably pulled off the mission, So after I repaired my RAV4, I was able to sell it, and I bought another truck, and right now I got a Highlander, you know what I'm saying? So the stalking right now is completely stopped. As far as I know, physically they don't stalk me anymore. I do have 2 phones, so I'm not sure. I don't give any of one of the phone numbers to anybody, nobody at all. I do have multiple different emails. So that's what I've been dealing with, the gang stalking, and the only reason I was be able to not to react and do anything crazy is because of all these YouTubers that I've been watching for years, y'all. Thousands of hours of videos that I watched. So I encourage you in your healing journey, even if you don't have money to pay for counselor and therapy, just keep watching those YouTube videos, you know what I'm saying? You can watch Access Direct, Narc Survivor, my favorite Narc Survivor, y'all. You can watch that, you can watch the T and the MPD, Shannon Boya, Joy. These are all amazing content creators on the topic of narcissism. And I would like to bring awareness on my community on this topic. So I'm working on some videos. At this time, I don't have any YouTube or Instagram, any kind of social media. I'm not a big fan of social media, you know what I'm saying? I'm extremely sensitive about comments and videos and all that stuff. So, but I just want to touch up on that today, y'all. Hopefully soon I'll be able to create that YouTube channel and be able to communicate with other scapegoat dad and scapegoat child. So I just want to say, take your healing journey serious. Healing from narcissistic abuse is gonna take a long time, and you're gonna have to go along with it alone with God. But don't try to do no shortcut. You know what I'm saying? Don't cut corner on your healing journey. Go through it all the way. You're gonna have to start from your childhood. So you don't want to repeat this again, especially if you've been duped for over a decade like I did, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to repeat that. So I just want to say, y'all, this is Scapegoat Dad, all Scapegoat Child. This is the day after Father's Day. It was a good Father's Day for me yesterday, y'all. I went to the zoo. The minute I walked in the first time, I found was a barn full of goats, y'all. I said, damn, Scapegoat, what y'all doing here? You know what I'm saying? And then later at night yesterday for Father's Day, I went to one of the steakhouse that I make a reservation, y'all. It was the best Father's Day. Usually Father's Day with the narc, it used to be just, nothing but continue being a slave for the narc, you know what I'm saying? But this time I was be able to live it, y'all. I was be able to, I'm gonna share some picture with y'all, you know what I'm saying? And look, that's the Father's Day right there, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ordered the biggest steak they got. See that? I want you to live life. You dig what I'm saying? That's life after the narcissist. I hope you will have a blessed day, y'all. Scapegoat dad, scapegoat child, narco attack survivor. Live your life. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the narc. Don't worry about the kids. You focus on yourself. Have a blessed day, y'all. Hopefully this social media stuff is coming soon, y'all. I'm gonna go eat some breakfast now. I'm already drained of my energy. Bye-bye.